All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the counselor's office. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. We are back with some more of This Week in Destiny. I skipped last week because there wasn't really anything noticeable. This week we got a lot. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I recorded for 40 minutes, and I literally none of my voice worked. Like something happened with my mic. It got reset. All you heard was music the entire time. So I'm gonna give you the quick and dirty version today, where I'm going to try to get us in and out in like 10 minutes. Sound good to you? Sound good to me. So I'm just going to, we're not going to go, you can literally read it, but I'm going to give you like the cliff notes. So PvP, big changes. Talk about the state of Crucible. Literally well, let's go down the line. Map weighting. They understand that there's maps that you don't like, that I don't like. So what they're doing instead, they're increasing Javelin, Burnout, Endless Veil, Surus, Plaza, Dissonance, and you're going to see these more often. They're going to be weighed more often, higher than other maps, and the reduced weight is Disjunction, Cathedral of Dust, Convergence, Twilight Gap, and Excess Blue. I think it's really weird that Twilight Gap and Excess Blue people don't like it. I like it, but they're reducing the weight, so you're going to see it a lot less. Other maps are standard, so you're going to see less of these, more of these, and everything else you're just going to see normally. Sounds good? This is all happening in August on patch 8.0.05, so that's a lot of what we're talking about with these Crucible changes. Lobby balancing. They are trying to figure out how to solve lobby balancing. They've done random lobbying balancing, they've done snake draft, and they've done average. Random, you have bad match quality. Snake draft does well, but doesn't do well with fire teams. Average skill does great, but leads to frustrating team compositions. So they have built a new version of the snake draft that they're going to roll out in August. They've done test, looks good. We'll see. I mean, there's a difference from testing in your own company and having the wider community actually take it for a spin. So we'll see how that goes. Quitters. Quitters are bad. They happen. I'll be honest. I quit. Not a lot, but I do quit if it's very landslidey or if I feel like it's a waste of my time. I don't care. My time's more important than you. I will leave your team. Just going to be honest. But for those people who are trying to keep a positive KD, you know who they are. I know who they are. These people who live and breathe by having a 3.5 point KD. And if they feel like that KD's threatened, they dip within every other game. So Bungie has seen an increase in quitters, and so they're trying to implement penalties. Because now they're going to have this system. Because what's happening is there's a twofold issue that's happening with quitters. I'm just going to go and read them because they're kind of the big points. If they are one of the higher skill players on their team, the lobby has been balanced around. So if you are, say, the leader of the group, you have the highest KD, you have a bunch of little dudes, you're kind of leading the pack. If you dip out, then it immediately throws everything in chaos because those little dudes that were relying on you to carry the team now won't be carried. I think that's BS, and really that shouldn't be the case in the first place. One person shouldn't have to carry the whole goddamn team, but Bungie says you should, so there's that. The other one is forcing us to try to pull a player to join in-game progress, and it's unlikely we can find a player who matches the same skill profile, which means when that player joins a game that has already started, they're also at disadvantage. So, oh, do we have a dude with a 5 KD to join? No. Well, here's this normal 1 KD that plays. Well, they're already at disadvantage. If it was isolated, it wouldn't be one thing, but it's leaving more than 30% of their total games. So they're going to focus on the people that are leaving pretty heavily. If you're like me and you get in a one-sided match and you're like, this is not fun, not worth my time, and you leave, we're probably not going to see much of this penalty happen very often. But for the people that are, they cannot deal with losing, or if they can't just farm, they're out. Those people are really going to get punished. So they're going to have a standing system where if you don't have good standing, you go and you get a quitter penalty. It puts you in probationary status. If you continue to leave, which has escalating timeouts for every match left. For normal players, this should result in less frustrating instances of being booted from a match and getting timed out. What they don't want to happen is people who get DC'd or have to dip out, like life happens, you have a kid, they don't want to punish you. They're trying to make it casual friendly. Let's be honest. They're trying to make this casual friendly while also punishing people who are intentionally going out of their way. I'm going to tell you right now, my personal belief is I think quitter penalties are garbage and they don't belong in a party play game system. Competitive makes sense. Party play, I would never do quitter penalty in a party play. I think it's just going to kill more of your player base because they're just not going to deal with it. Whereas people who are already going to do the quitter thing, they're still going to do that. You're not going to stop them. If they're habitual quitters, they're going to still do it. They're just going to go do something else while they're waiting. Trust. Abilities. People are tired of hunters. They're getting nerfed. Threat Specters getting nerfed. Swarm grenades getting nerfed. Swarm grenades won't chase you across the map. And Threat Specters, the aim assist, and the damage is being nerfed by 50% and 45% respectively. Special ammo. They're just giving us an update like, hey, we're doing the blended option. We're seeing an improvement. Overall, shotguns are still too dang high. Like you could see the blended system, shotguns are way up. They're dominating everything. So what's probably going to happen is they're going to find some way to bring that number down because they don't like it. But overall, everything else is within respectable tuning of where they want it to be. Trials. What they are doing is they're trying to encourage more trios. They want more people to play. So what they're doing is pretty big. This is really big. If you are someone who wants to get the adept weapon, but you keep getting screwed over, you get, I don't know what happens. You get DC'd. No, not DC'd, but something like you have a really bad game and you're like, man, we were almost there. Don't worry. They're changing passage of persistence where if you're in a trio, you no longer get removed. Bosses no longer remove a win. So you just need 7 wins. Even if you lose, you're fine. As long as you complete the match, you will get a guaranteed adept. So it's even easier for people who want to play teams. I don't. I like solo. And solos kind of, I wish freelance would come back because I'm tired of being stuck with duos. I don't want a duo. I want a solo. That's besides the point. They're going to look at how to make trials more rewarding. They're trying to think of like a 3v3 experience that's more like Iron Banner in terms of loot chase not being most reliant on wins. Again, they're trying to make this more casual friendly. I think overall loot should be more friendly in general, but the main rewards like flawless memento, the flawless shaders, sparrows, the ghost, all that stuff is going to be seemingly what this seems like what they're talking about is going to stay the same. It's just the weapons and maybe armor that's going to be a little bit easier to get. Competitive, they like where it's at. They are going to continue to working on it. They're tuning collision. Overall, they're also going to work on a big thing. They're working on actually fixing the point system, which I think is really stupid, but this is what they're doing that I thought they should have been doing. But here it is. We'd like to move back to a system where players' performance in match has more of a direct impact on how much you gain or lose, and where each player can easily understand why they earned the amount they did at the end of each game. So if you ever popped off at a game, you're like, you get this much, you're like, why? I did the best. I really did good. Why did I not get like a huge chunk? Well, they're addressing that. Iron Banner. People have been losing their lids because Iron Banner is now 2 weeks. Well, guess what? They removed Tribute because Tribute's the worst one. No one likes Tribute. It's obviously based off Halo Reach is what they said. I think they should bring capture the flag with 2 flags. I think that'd be fun. But they're increasing rewards. If you win, you're guaranteed an Iron Banner drop. Yay. If you just complete a match, so if that means you lose, you have a higher chance of getting an Iron Banner reward. Yay. We love rewards. Yay. Matchmaking. They talk about the matchmaking and then they give graphs and they continue to give more graphs. If you love graphs, you've got graphs. I don't care about graphs. I read all this and I still was like, I don't care. This is just them trying to justify why there's like loose skill-based matchmaking and all this other jazz. That's all it is. Now, we're at 10-minute mark. I gotta go fast. Class items. They are nerfing the AFK farm. Repeat. Here's your warning. Ding, 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 ding. You have until August to AFK farm. That's what you want to do. It's getting nerfed. They're reducing non-overthrow chest. So if it's not directly attached to the overthrow encounter itself, they're nerfing the chances of exotic rewards. But what they are doing in place is they are buffing the overthrow to have an increased chance of getting a class item. And the more you open from overthrow, the higher your chance until you are guaranteed a drop. So it goes up. Also, they said it should bleed over into lost sectors and co-op missions that take place. So if it's in the Pale Heart, it has a stacking increase until you eventually get one, which is great. They said that the final shape, we've heard feedback from players. It's currently difficult to get enough drops to target the roles you want. I think this is still a nothing burger. I don't think it's actually changing some of the core issues that players have. Yeah, I don't think it's going to change. I think people are just going to try to AFK farm now until August, and then they're never going to touch any of this again. But this is a great change for people who wanted to do solo. If you ever wanted to solo farm and you haven't been AFK farming, doing the overthrow is pretty easy, and it's going to get you a guaranteed exotic eventually. If you just keep opening chests from the overthrow itself, not the world chest. They're also, for people like you and me who enjoy dual destiny, they're giving us double drops once per character because they hurt us. You know, I don't understand why they refuse. Like, people who enjoy that mission, dual destiny, would farm it if they would just give double drops. No, your first character, you get one extra drop per character per week, just one extra. I see this as nothing burger. Most people are AFK farming. I would encourage you to AFK farm and then never have to worry about it again. That's just my personal belief. Brave Arsenal Attunement is back. You go to Savala, you can choose the specific weapon you want to do Arsenal. So if you're not like me and you don't have, like, I have everything I need, but you want to still go back, you're coming back, you want like some of the good stuff, you want a God Roll Fallen Guillotine, you can now attune it. They bumped it up by 10%. It used to be 50% chance of getting the weapon you want. Now it's a 60% chance. So there's that. We've got art. We've got what I like to call the most important aspect of this week, which is a cash grab. This is all you can expect from episodes and seasons from Bungie, is reasons to shoehorn things. The most important thing that happened in the story for Bungie to highlight was a frog. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You can give them more of your money because frog. That's the most important thing that happened this week. Frog. And people wonder why I'm so negative against acts or episodes. Frog. They got their build of the week. Strange coins. They are giving out. There was an error with strange coin buff where it wasn't providing strange coins on ritual activities. So everyone is going to get a free bundle of 47 strange coins at Xur. Just make sure you have 52 strange coins or less, and you're good. Known issues. Subset players are unable to claim rewards or passages from Saint 14. Enigma protocol and some battle. I'm just gonna go to the ones that matter. Like, obviously this matters too. Like the specimen, people are unable to complete the quest. There's a rare occasion where a witness doesn't die after witness cannot be killed. Yeah, so that's a big one. Havoc hardware is normal. Battleground Echoes does not feature accommodations. Like that, no one cares. The only fire team leader, this is huge. Only the fire team can purchase a monolithic memento. So if you wanted the raid memento for Salvation's Edge, only the leader can buy it, which is stupid. Yeah, so if you did master, only the leader got it, which is really stupid. And they're not going to do retroactive. Like, let's be honest. The first encounter of Salvation's Edge does not progress the unified front triumph. is if the fire team is made up of warlock. So if you're doing the all guardian triumph, like encounter triumph, warlock is not counting for some reason. The first encounter you are doing mostly all hunter anyways, but if you want to do all warlock, you're kind of getting screwed over right now. Saint imprisoned, and that's it. That's pretty much the throwdown. I did it in 15 minutes. I lied to you. I tried to do it in 10. I did it in 15. That's still pretty impressive that I went through it. But yeah, there were some pretty big updates, mostly PvP. Let me know in the comments down below what you think and how you feel. Also, class items. How you feeling? How you feeling about it? I'm just gonna click my AFK farm on my laptop and just screw it, man. They don't care. Bungie doesn't care. They say they listen. They're gonna focus on feedback, but they're not really focusing. They helped the casual player, the people that don't want to do it, and I'm glad for y'all. And eat your heart out for people who would do dual destiny. It's kind of like a middle finger to us. Like, how easy would it be to just hit the button for double loot? But Bungie refuses. So there's that. I'm a Negative Nelly. Until next time, hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more. As always, I'm gonna go watch Deadpool and Wolverine now and enjoy that content. Until next time, game out. Huzzah.